We want to thank everyone for coming out to Somerset County Votech's first annual Proud to be an American Day ceremony. We're going to first start off with the posting of the colors by the Law and Public Safety class. We ask that everyone stand up for the posting of the colors.
Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Honor guard, present arms.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor guard, order, arms. Right shoulder up. Honor guard. On march. Left, 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 right, 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 left, left, left. Go! Left! Left, 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 left. Honor guard! Halt!
We will now have the Star Spangled Banner sung by student Maya Scavo.
say, can you see by the dawn's early light, we're so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets are red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you.
We thank you, Maya. We next will have opening remarks by Principal Diane Ziegler.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to welcome all of you to Somerset County's first Proud to be an American Day ceremony. On behalf of our superintendent, Dr. Hartreft, and our entire school community, we would especially like to welcome members of the Board of Education, members of the Bridgewater Township Committee, our Somerset County freeholder representatives, and other invited guests. We especially want to thank members of the Russo family. Without them, this day would not be possible. Today we are celebrating the one common thread that runs through all of us. We are all Americans. We may come from different backgrounds and heritages, but today is a day when we come together to honor our nation and celebrate what makes us great, and that is our people, our freedoms, and our willingness to help others. We are here today in a show of patriotism and respect to our country. And from this respect, we take time today to honor our fallen service members. No other country has helped in disasters and strife in terms of supplies, financial support, and even the lives of our young military members like we have. Today, we will honor 5 such Americans. Also, our program highlights and honors the lives of 2 other very important Americans. An American, a former Union County resident, Wayne Russo, and Somerset County's own Tom D'Alessandro. Both of these men were proud Americans who continuously helped others and demonstrated a love of family and country that will live in our hearts and our memories. There have been tough times that Americans have faced in the past, and there may be difficult times ahead for our country. But we will get through these challenges working together and staying united and strong. Some of our staff and guests here today have served and supported our country. And one day, students, you too may choose or be called upon to serve and support your country. Wherever your future path may take you, know that being true to your family and your country will always keep you strong and focused. Finally, we must remember this common bond just as we had the courage to have this event here today. We must also remember the infamous words of President Teddy Roosevelt from The Man in the Arena. It is far better it is to try and fail than to take rank with those poor timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. Thank you all for coming out today and supporting our school and showing us why we should all be proud to be an American. Thank you.
We will now call up to the podium the Russo and D'Alessandro families. They'll be driven up to the podium in Humvees, and we will hear the Army song now. Wayne Russo, a proud American. He was taken from us too soon, a victim from 9/11. He was a native of Union Township, New Jersey, and we ask now, former teacher from Union Township, Ms. Denise Murphy, to bring the wreath up now for Wayne Russo. I have become honored and privileged to know the Russo family over the last 5 or 6 years. And this message of Wayne Russo is relevant to all of us today. He really exemplifies what it means to be an American. It's really an honor to talk about him. Of course, he was a good student in school. He started a band called Stets. He was popular in school. He's survived now by his mother, Arlene, his sister, Lynn, and his brother-in-law, Mario. As over 3,000 Americans were killed on September 11, 2001. He was one of the first casualties in the War on Terror. But one of the things that people always know about Wayne is, no matter where they went, or where I've been to hear about Wayne, people remember him so much and talked about how he touched their lives. Many times in schools, we have a device to teach about character. It's called the 6 points or 6 pillars of character. In there is about trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship. And Wayne exemplified all of these. First, he was trustworthy. He was an accountant in New York City. He had a very important job, and his company was bought out 17 times. And each time his company was bought out, he was asked by the new owners, the new leadership, how they could effectively run the company. He was someone they looked to and they trusted. Respect. This was a man who traveled around the world. He had been to South America, he had been to Italy, he had trips to travel to India and places like that. And no matter where he was, people always said that he respected others, he gave them respect, he made them feel good, he listened to what they had to say, he cared about their needs, it wasn't about his needs. He went out of his way for people. And he respected people from all backgrounds. He was responsible. In a few years, many of us will be heading into the workforce or into college. He went to college in New York City. He maintained good grades. He came home on the weekends. And he spent time with his family. Later on, he would go to the bus from Union to New York City at 6:30, arrive there about 7:30, 7:45, and he'd be the last one to leave every night. He was a diligent worker. He was always the last one to leave. In fact, he would walk people out at the end of the night. He actually took karate class so he could feel confident protecting people. And fair. His friends always would go to him if they had problems. They could talk to him. He was concerned about them. He put others first. He would listen to their problems. He'd help them out financially if they needed money. He would also always help. He was a person who came into a room and he would see how he could make things better. Wayne was certainly a giver and not a taker. And caring. He donated blood. He did things without telling others. He sponsored a child in Africa, and he never looked for recognition. He would often donate blood, and these were things that his parents found out later on. They never even knew this. He was a great citizen. For citizenship, he worked hard. He helped in elections, and he was proud of his father's service. His father, Arthur, was a war hero from World War II, and Wayne was very proud of him. The final part that we must look at for Wayne today is this. And this is a message his mother, Arlene, asked us to remember. And for all of us to remember. We must make the most of our time every day. Because we do not know when our last moment on earth is. That day of September 11th, his mother, Arlene, and his father, Arthur, said goodbye to Wayne. And they were going on a trip. That was the last time they would ever see their son. And he made the most of his time. He will never be forgotten. The way he looked out for people, he helped others, he cared for others, he went out of his way, he made the most of his time, and he made an impact on life. Arlene wants all of us to know that we should not only appreciate our country, but appreciate our families. Sometimes we take those for granted, but to tell the ones that we know we love them, that we love our parents, we love our families, and we appreciate them. Because she doesn't have the opportunity to do that now. Not yet. So we will hopefully take this and learn from what Arlene is saying. Appreciate our family members, make the most of our lives, make the most impact we can on life, just like Wayne Russo did. We will now have a moment of silence for Wayne Russo. Wayne Russo, a proud American, and he truly emulates what it means to be an American. We are now going to call Arlene Russo up for daughter Lynn and Arlene's son-in-law Mario to the podium at this time. We are presenting a plaque to the Russo family. And again, we thank them for this day would not be possible without them. In recognition of Wayne A. Russo, everyone who met him said he touched their hearts. He impacted others so greatly because he cared about others. What other message could be so relevant today? Wayne Russo is gone but not forgotten. His message of caring, compassion, and kindness lives on forever. We will never forget. Somerset County Votech, proud to be an American Day, May 21st, 2015. On behalf of our school, we're also presenting 2 bouquets of flowers, one to Arlene and one to Lynn. In further honor of Wayne, the Russo family, unfortunately we lost Wayne's father, Arthur, a few years ago. And he was a proud Army Air Corps veteran. We will now play the Army Air Corps song in honor of Arthur and then further for his son Wayne.
Off we go into the wild blue yonder, keep the wings level and true. If you'd live to be a gray-haired wonder, keep the nose out of the blue. Flying men guarding the nation's border, we'll be there, followed by more. In echelon, we carry on, nothing will stop the Army Air Corps. Here's a toast to the host of those who love the vastness of the sky. To a friend we send a message of his brother men who fly. We drink to those who gave their all of old, then down we roar to score the rainbow's pot of gold. A toast to the host of men we boast, the Army Air Corps. Off we go into the wild blue yonder, keep the wings level and true. If you live to be a gray-haired wonder, keep the nose out of the blue. Flying men guarding the nation's border, we'll be there, followed by more. In echelon, we carry on, nothing will stop the Army Air Corps. Nothing will stop the Army Air Corps.
We will now have 3 volleys of cannon firing to honor the great memory of Wayne A. Russo. We must remain respectful of this somber part of the ceremony. We have the privilege of honoring someone else who was very dear to us, who was taken too soon from us. Another proud American. We're going to ask that 3 ladies from our school who were very close to him, Rose, Maura, and Ginny, bring a wreath forward for Mr. Tom D'Alessandro. I had the privilege of working with Tom D'Alessandro in summer school for about 5 or 6 years. And the family asked me to give the speech about him. They felt that since he hasn't been gone for so long, they wouldn't be able to get through the speech. And we could give him the proper respect and honor he deserves in front of all of us in our school community. Tom was someone who was very beloved, and it's not possible to walk around his school for people that ran into him to not hear about how caring and kind he was. He truly represents someone who shows proud American values. First, Tom told us of how he was a little bit of a wild kid growing up in Bound Brook, and he wanted discipline. He was very proud of his father, who was a World War II Pacific Marine who didn't actually come home until 1946. So Tom decided to join the Marine Corps. He always wanted to be a police officer, but he thought that the Marines would give him the discipline that he needed. And he was a good Marine. He would always talk to me about how he was an M60 gunner, an expert rifleman, and how he did different maneuvers and so forth. And he had gone overseas to train. He really knew his skill as a Marine. He served honorably, and he could often be seen wearing his Marine Corps hat and his stainless steel Marine ring. In fact, unfortunately, he had his gold Marine ring stolen, and he replaced it very quickly with the next ring. Like we said, he knew he wanted to be a police officer. He rose through the ranks quickly at the Bound Brook Police Department. He became a detective sergeant, detective lieutenant. He even went to the FBI Academy. But through it all, he was a tough man, but he was kind and he was fair. And he first started showing professionally his caring of children, students, when he got involved with working with children as a founding father of the Middle Earth Outreach Safe Haven Project, where people could go, or young children could go if they felt threatened. He also became a juvenile officer. He looked for the best in people. Like we said, he was strong, but he was fair. And his first notion was always to help. Tom often told me when we would talk on breaks at the summer school that a police officer has to be well-grounded and connected to the community. He said that he definitely tried to do this, and that was definitely evident here. He protected everyone, but he knew everyone's name. He was a family man. He was proud of his granddaughter Casey. He's about 2.5 years old. In fact, he couldn't wait to go for the final trip with his family to Ocean City, Maryland. Here at our school, we know him as someone who would do anything for anyone. He knew every student's name. Good morning, how are you? That's how he would greet people. He knew people in the performing arts department, TOPS, academy, and the different shops. He didn't care what background anybody was from. He treated everybody fairly. And he wanted to see also how he could make someone's day better and to brighten up someone's day. He would mentor students and staff. If he saw someone that looked a little bit down, ask what's wrong, what can I help you with? Why are you feeling down today? Maybe he would joke a little bit with the person. I know he would joke with me. He would talk about people's problems, whether it was staff members or students. They could go to him and talk. He would help them with their self-esteem. He knew if something specific was bothering someone, Tom would try to lift them up. He would intercede if kids were having a conflict, if he seemed upset. He was not someone who sat by idly. He got involved. He was a helper. Someone ever had a problem starting a car, a student needed to get jumper cables to help, even though he's supposed to be leaving at the end of the day? No student went hungry around Tom. He handed out a lot of money to kids, made sure they ate lunch, made sure they were all right. He got along with everyone. He looked at common bonds between everyone. Even if he didn't agree with someone, he was professional. He made things work. Tom D'Alessandro was a family man. He served our country proudly in the Marines as a police officer, and he was even mentioned at graduation. He was strong but kind. And we saw what he meant to us when his wake was mobbed with people. Tom D'Alessandro's memory lives on in all of us. How he touched all of our lives. He showed us what it is to care for one another, to be kind, but strong, and to be a proud American. Let us now have a moment of silence for Mr. Tom D'Alessandro. At this time, we're going to call the chorus to get ready to sing a song in honor of Tom D'Alessandro, the Marine Corps hymn.
From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marine.
We will call members of Tom's family to the podium now. His wife, Sue, his daughter, Danielle, and his son, Tommy. And his granddaughter, Casey. We have a plaque also for the D'Alessandro family. It reads, "In recognition of Tom D'Alessandro, he started his life caring for others and protecting them, first in the Marine Corps and then the police department. Tom always put others first. We're blessed to have had Tom on our security staff. Not only had he continued to protect others, but he also cared about other staff members and students. His memory lives on because of his selfless spirit. Tom's memory lives on in all of us." Presented by Somerset County VOTEC. Proud to be an American Day, May 21st, 2015. We have a bouquet of flowers for his wife, Sue, and his daughter, Danielle, from Somerset County VOTEC. We will now have a cannon salute for Mr. Tom D'Alessandro. Again, it is an honor for us to honor both Wayne Russo and Tom D'Alessandro here today. We're going to call to the podium now someone who supported this program and would like to say a few words, our freeholder, Mr. Mark Calguire.
Events like these make me even prouder to be an American. You look around this place, it's a place you see every day, and it's probably hard to believe that at any given time, literally thousands of young men and women are around the world in harm's way. And over the years, thousands and thousands of people have done that for us. So a day like today to me is a great way to personalize something that's really, really important. And I'm so glad you're here to see it. So these people up here with hats on, who are veterans, they're among the people who've done that for us. So a day like today is a day to recognize them and to say thank you for going out of your comfort zone, for going through hardship, putting your life on the line for this country. So make a point, after this is over, come and say hi to these people and say thank you for your service. And when you see a veteran in everyday life, say thank you for your service, because they've gone above and beyond. So I'm just happy to be here to see this. One man can make a difference. Mr. Graff, thank you for putting this together. This is a really great day. On behalf of the people of Somerset County and the Board of Chosen Freeholders, I just have a citation for the Votech School. I want to present it to Principal Ziegler, and keep this going. Do it every year, make it bigger, make it better, get more veterans here, and have this a yearly event, which I think is wonderful. Thank you so much.
Like Mr. Calguire said, we wouldn't have a free country today or the things that we have if not for our veterans. And we see what the U.S. Army has done for us today, whether in vehicles, cannons. We'll have a rifle salute later. We're going to ask all veterans to either stand, if you're already standing, and to raise your hand. Let's recognize these veterans now, please. We thank our veterans. Another man who's helped us no matter what, has been as a mentor to me, no matter what I've ever needed to get anything done to help veterans, to help people. Large contribution for this event. I could go to him for advice, anything I've ever needed over the years. He served as a first sergeant in the U.S. Army. He's someone I really look up to. People would say he's a real man, also very kind and caring, and strong when he has to be. Post Commander of American Legion Post 35, Mr. Charles Capaccio.
First of all, I'd like to thank the Board of Ed for letting this happen. Ms. Ziegler, thank you. The other veterans behind me, I guess I have the honor of speaking for all of us. The VFW is behind me, my American Legion friends are behind me, and I know there's some caps out here just with veterans on them, but we like to thank them all. Ed asked me to do something on Americanism. And I said, boy, that should be easy. Well, guess what? It's not. I looked up the definition. I didn't like it. So I commonly plagiarized something from the Legion. And I'll read that to you, and I hope you can understand it. Americanism is an unfailing love of country, loyalty to its institutions and the ideals eagerness to defend it against all enemies, individual allegiance to the flag, and a desire to serve the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Our forefathers laid the foundation for a civilization that is the envy of the world. It has brought us to greater spiritual and material wealth than any other peoples in the world. This is our heritage, and the American Legion, and I'm sure the VFW has similar projects that they do. I'll just run some by you real fast. If you're interested, come see me later. American Legion, of course, sponsors Legion Baseball, Scouting. There are some shooting sports, Boys State Nation, High School Oratorical Scholarship Program. The winner of that at a national level is an $18,000 scholarship for the parents around. It's a lot of money. Flag education, schools and students programs, and of course community service. But the people I really like to thank are you, the students, for making this an enjoyable day for all our veterans and the people that we are honoring. Thank you very much.
There's another gentleman who I've met over the years, and it's nice to be able to talk about these guys, to be honest, while they're still here. This is a man who I met about 14 years ago teaching. He spent about 64 years in education. He's dedicated. He won't like me to tell you, but he's 88 years old. He's a World War II hero. He served on the USS Bunker Hill, hit by 2 kamikazes, and they saved the ship in World War II. He's going to come up and recite with us the American Creed. Mr. Jack Soroka.
The American Creed was a result of a national-wide contest for writing a national creed, which would be a brief summary of the American political faith founded upon things fundamental in American history and tradition. The contest was the idea of Henry Sterling Chaplin, Commissioner of Education of New York State. Over 3,000 entries were received, and William Tyler Page was declared the winner. James H. Preston, the mayor of Baltimore, presented an award to Page in honor of the House of Representatives building April 3rd, 1918. The Speaker of the House of Representatives and the Commissioner of Education of the State of New York accepted the creed for the United States, and the proceedings were placed in the Congressional Record of April 13th, 1918. It was a time of patriotic sentiment which was very much in vogue. The United States had been a recipient in World War I, only a little over a year that the creed was adopted. The author of the creed, William Tyler Page, was a descendant of John Page, who came to America in 1650 and settled in Williamsburg, Virginia. Another ancestor, Carter Braxton, signed the Declaration of Independence. Still another ancestor, John Tyler, was the 10th President of the United States. Later, he became an employee of the Capitol building and served in that capacity for over 61 years. The American Creed, the wording of the Creed uses passages and phrases from the Declaration of Independence, the preamble of the Constitution, Lincoln's Gettysburg Address, and Daniel Webster's reply to William H. Hayes in the Senate in 1850. Ladies and gentlemen, I will read the American Creed and repeat these words after me. I believe in the United States of America.
I believe in the United States of America.
As a government of the people.
As a government of the people.
By the people.
By the people.
For the people.
For the people.
Whose just powers.
Whose just powers.
Are derived from the consent of the governed.
derived from the consent of the governed,
a democracy in a republic,
a democracy in a republic,
a sovereign union
a sovereign union
of many sovereign states,
of many sovereign states,
a perfect union,
a perfect union,
one and inseparable,
one and inseparable,
established upon those principles
established upon those principles
of freedom, equality, justice, and humanity, for which American patriots sacrifice their lives and fortunes. I therefore believe it is my duty to my country to love it, to support its Constitution, to obey its laws, to respect its flag, and to defend it against all enemies.
Mr. Soroka will now lead us in the toast to the flag. He'll be accompanied by Ms. Fabiola Chavez.
I hope you can hear me without a microphone. But the toast to the flag was written in the year of 1918. President Woodrow Wilson gave a speech in honor of Flag Day. I'll start again, thanks. The toast to the flag was written by John Daly. President Woodrow Wilson in 1918 on Flag Day, June 14, gave a speech to the joint sessions of Congress. In the audience was a young reporter from the Washington Herald, Washington, D.C., whose name was John Daly. John Daly was so impressed by the president's speech he could not sleep all night. A poem was being generated in his mind, and upon awakening, he wrote it down. He called it A Toast to the Flag, probably the most beautiful poem I ever heard regarding our nation's flag. It goes like this. Here's to the red of it. There's not a thread of it, no nor a shred of it, and all the spread of it from foot to head. But heroes bled for it, faced steel and lead for it, precious blood shed for it, bathing it white, bathing it red. Here's to the white of it, thrilled by the sight of it. Who knows the might of it, but feels the might of it through day and night. Woman who's care for it, made men who dare for it. Purity's prayer for it keeps it so white. Here's to the blue of it, beautiful hue of it, heavenly dew of it, star-spangled dew of it, constant and true. Diadems gleam for it, state stands supreme for it, liberty's beam for it, brightens the blue. Here's to the whole of it, stars, stripes, and pole of it, body and soul of it, all in the roll of it, sun shining through. Hearts in accord for it, swear by the sword for it, thanking the Lord for it, red, white, and blue.
I think Mr. Soroka is an example to us all. If we could be a hard charger like him when we're 88 years old, we'll be in good shape. Someone else has been a great mentor to me and has helped these programs and helped veterans over the years and has done a lot for the community with Memorial Day parades, helping wounded people, recognizing soldiers, police officers, firemen, etc., just spreading American values, 100% Americanism. And it's helped people so much. And again, a mentor to me is Vietnam veteran Mr. Bob Johnson. We're going to ask Mr. Bob Johnson from the VFW and Mr. John Blank, past post commander and active in the American Legion in New Jersey, to bring forth a wreath for veterans from Somerset County who were recently killed in action. Mr. Bob Johnson and Mr. John Blank. Thanks, Bob. As Principal Ziegler stated earlier, some of us may be called upon to defend our nation in the future, either in war or through other ways, like setting up this day and supporting this day, whether it's singing, speaking, raising funds, cooking something in that way. This is all supporting our country. Well, the list of these 5 people that we're going to read of, many of them were not much older than yourselves. They all lived in Somerset County, in towns as Branch, Bergen, Hillsborough, and Somerville, and Bridgewater. And they answered the call. They went to defend our nation in Afghanistan and Iraq, and unfortunately were killed in action. We are going to read their names and remember them. The first is First Sergeant Christopher Coffin, U.S. Army. Major Stephen Plumhoff, United States Air Force. Lieutenant Ashley Henderson Huff, United States Army. Staff Sergeant Andrew T. Labasco, United States Army. Staff Sergeant Scott Brunkhorst, United States Army. We will now have a rifle salute by our Veterans Organization, followed by the somber playing of taps. We've showed here today why we should be proud to be an American, and the flag is an example of that. These flags that we hold here today, each one of them was placed on a veteran's grave who served our nation. These flags will be recollected at the conclusion of the ceremony by Mrs. Maggs and the students working with her, and these flags will go back on the graves of these veterans. We thank you for respecting that flag and understanding what it means. We now have our closing remarks by Principal Ziegler.
In closing today, I would like to thank everyone for helping us with our celebration today as we honor past, present, current, and future servicemen and women, those who have passed on and those who are still with us. I want to offer up a special thanks to Mr. Ed Graff, who spearheaded today's events, his students and colleagues who have helped behind the scenes, and our students here today who helped during the ceremony, starting off with our Law and Public Safety Color Guard, Maya Scavo's wonderful rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner, and members of the Theater Arts Department, conducted by Allison Mingle, for such a moving performance of the Marine Corps hymn. We are fortunate to be celebrating together today, reflecting on our school community, our people, our country, and our freedoms. Thank you all for being here today.